Amos chapter 9, verse 2. Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Amos chapter 9 verse 2 is that I want to play a short clip of Clayton Morris, who's one of the co-hosts of this YouTube channel called Redacted. All right, and they basically expose all the corruption that the U.S. government has been doing. Okay, and so in this video, he goes into the underground cities and the underground bunkers that the U.S. government have been building with American tax dollars. All right, this is where the money has been going. You know, that's why this country's in so much debt, because the elites of America, I'm not going to say the international bankers, all right? We're just talking about the elites of America, okay, that work for the international bankers. They believe that they're going to escape the nuclear blast by these underground cities, all right, by these deep underground military bases, all right? The Lord put a heavy spirit on them to believe that they'll be able to escape, all right, the judgment. But the Lord said, though they dig into hell, all right, he's going to get them, and he's going to get them by what? Fire, all right, nuclear fire, okay? And again, these are these proud-ass American, all right, elites that have been working for the international bankers, because the international bankers, you know, the DuPonts, the Vanderbilts, the Rockefellers, they don't have bunkers in America because they know the scriptures, all right? They know America is going to be destroyed by fire, all right? They have bunkers in like Europe or New Zealand, off the coast of Australia, all right? So they know very well not to stay here in America when the nuclear destruction comes, all right? Because they first of all, they watch us. They start with our apostle elders, all right? Okay? And they know that we have the truth. So let me play this, all right? Again, let me read this one more time. You know, I'll start at Amos chapter 9, verse 1, because, hey, it's the title right here says it all. You know, the Most High's judgment unavoidable, right? You know, these devils, okay, here in America, you know, the elites of America, those that sold America out, you know, stole America's tax dollars, right? The working man's tax dollars. They honestly think they're going to escape the judgment, all right? Okay? The cat's out of the bag, all right? Oh, by the way, when I say stole, remember Catherine, here, let me show you this. Catherine Austin Fitts. What's going on here? Yeah, let's click on this. Yeah. U.S. spent $21 trillion to build secret underground doomsday bunkers for elites, right? The elites of America, not the international bankers, okay? Not, again, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Vanderbilts. They know of a certain that America is going to be destroyed with fire, okay? The devil knows he has a short time, okay? So yeah, but this is where your tax dollars went to. So the reason why America is never going to be great again, all right? And Donald Trump's in on it. That's the cruel Lord. Donald Trump's in on it, on why America will never be great again. All right, because he knows. All right, he knows. He's working for the JJs, the 1948s, the small hats. All right. Again, look, 21 trillion. Okay, to build secret underground doomsday bunkers for elite, claims former official. Right. This is Catherine Austin Fitts. She worked under Bush Sr. She's also the one that brought out how crypto is going to be used with the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. Look into XRP. All right, she says the XRP token. The U.S. Navy wanted to use the XRP token with the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. All right. She's a whistleblower, okay? Catherine Austin Fitts, former Assistant Secretary of Housing and Urban Development under the President George H.W. Bush, right? The same George H.W. Bush that said on September 11th, 1991, you can Google this, YouTube it, they have it still, all right, that America was getting ready for a new world order. He said that on September 11th, 1991, okay? And then what happened on September 11, 2001? Okay, coincidence? No. All right, because they're all in the secret societies. All right, they are the elites, but okay, if they're not been given the green light, not the green light, the heads up of like, hey, you need to leave America because this place is not going to sustain itself. It's going to be destroyed by fire. All right, they're going to sit here in those bunkers and melt. All right, because again, the international bankers know that America is going to be destroyed with fire. They know. Okay, they know this place is cooked. That's why they don't have bunkers in America. All right. Amos chapter 9 verse 1. I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth at them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth at them shall not be delivered. Let's get the NLT version. Then I saw a vision of the Lord standing beside the altar. He said, strike the tops of the temple columns, so the foundation will shake. Bring down the roof on the heads of the people below. I will kill with the sword those who survive. No one will escape. Hey, there you go. Okay, so your bunkers are not going to be able to protect you. Okay, all right. You're gonna be destroyed in those bunkers, whether it be by the fire, okay, or your infrastructure falling upon your head. Verse 2. Though they dig into hell, all right, there you go. And this cuts that you burn forever in eternal underground damnation, all right? Because it clearly says that these people are digging into hell, right? These American elites, the American military, right? Which I'm going to play. Bear with me, okay? The American military, all right, personnel that are in the know, okay? So this clearly is not talking about eternal damnation, burning forever. Then shall my hand take them, right? Okay, because the Lord is going to make sure this place gets destroyed by fire. Okay, even to the lowest hell. That I have it right here. May as well bring it out. Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 22. For a fire is kindled in my anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell. Right. Okay. So you could build all these bunkers you want. All right. It was in vain. That was a waste of money. All right. Instead of helping out the people, you wasted it on these stupid ass bunkers that are not going to save you. And shall consume the earth with all her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. Right. Mountains represent government. All right. So this government is going to burn. Okay. It's going to be cooked. All right. Because this is vengeance of the Lord. I'll bring out Isaiah chapter 34. Bear with me. Continue on Amos chapter 9 verse 2. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. Right. You also have the elites building bunkers in space. Okay. That's why they have the space station. All right. And again, this is something that we here at Great Millstone, through the Spirit and Power of Yahweh Shem El Shai, we've been talking about. All right. So this is nothing new, all right, with our brothers and sisters in the know. Now, those that watch our videos for entertainment think it's a joke, all right, or you intelligence agencies that watch our videos, all right, thinking that you're going to be able to stop this judgment. You're not going to, all right. This is coming, all right. All right, you're still going to be judged, all right, in those bunkers, okay. You cannot upset prophecy. So let me play this. Let's play this. All right. Again, the cat's out of the bag. This devil knows we have a short time. I mean, this is all gone mainstream now, practically. Okay. But let me play this.
One compelling argument for the existence of DUMBs comes from the black budget allocations. The U.S. government acknowledges spending billions on classified projects each year. In 1997, the Department of Defense admitted to having a $59 billion black budget for classified programs. More recent estimates suggest this figure has grown substantially. That was how many years ago?
Yeah, that's where your 21 trillion went. Okay. America will never be great again. All right. It was all set up to be destroyed. Okay. Now the American elites, they think they're going to be able to build their new world order under the ashes. The phoenix rises out of the ashes. But that's to their own detriment. Okay, because what they believe in is false. Okay, is false. All these elites in America, the military elites of America, they honestly think they're going to rise out of the destruction, and it's all in vain. It's all in vain. But yeah, so the reason why America will never be great again. Once again, all your money has been taken to build these underground cities, these underground bunkers, or what they call deep underground military bases.
Could some of this money be funding the construction and maintenance of underground facilities? Oh, yeah, it's certainly possible. Former government officials have occasionally made statements suggesting extensive underground facilities exist. In a 1995 interview, Richard Sauder claimed that there are 131 deep underground military bases in the United States. They've been building these 131 bases day and night, unceasingly, since the early 1940s. The strategic value...
Right, since the early 1940s. Why? Because this is when the atom bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, all right? And Russia saw that, and they began testing their nuclear weapons, all right, because they saw what America did, and America was like, oh shoot, Russia's got nukes, we gotta build these bunkers, all right. This is they've been building these bunkers, all right, before the majority of the people that are walking this earth were born. Okay, 1940s, the early 1940s, you got these people, all right, building these bunkers. And so yeah. And again, it was because America, all right, Babylon the Great, dropped those 2 atom bombs, which that put fear in a lot of these nations. And Russia, but then again, it's all through the spirit. Russia was the main one, all right, to get that nuclear technology, just as America, all right. And now everybody got the nuclear weapons, all right. Because again, how did Russia? Check this out. Let's do some history. How did Russia obtain nuclear weapons? Russia, as the Soviet Union, acquired nuclear weapons through a combination of indigenous research and extensive espionage that stole crucial secrets from U.S. and U.K.'s Manhattan Project. Right, this is why you have the whole spy, from the CIA and the KGB. Excuse me. This whole thing, King spies like Klaus Fuchs, Theodore Hall, and Julius and Ethel Rosenberg provided information on bomb design and manufacturing and significantly accelerating the Soviet program, which culminated in its first atomic test on August 29th, 1949. Right. Again, America knew that the new Russia obtained the nuclear weapons technology. All right, even before the first atomic test. Okay. All right. Yeah, there it is. Look, espionage and the Manhattan Project, 1940, 1945. Okay. So yeah, and that's it. So that's when the American military and the elites of America were like, "Hey, we got to build these bunkers." All right, and they've been building them ever since. So let's keep playing.
The value of underground facilities is undeniable. They offer protection from surveillance, from airstrikes, nuclear attacks, even public oversight. From a military
Nuclear attacks. That's what it is. Nuclear attacks.
perspective, having such facilities makes perfect sense. The question is how extensive they really are. Beyond military installations, America has another category of underground developments: civilian underground infrastructure and repurposed spaces that form hidden cities beneath our urban centers. New York City's underground exemplifies this perfectly. Beneath the bustling streets lies a complex world of subway tunnels, maintenance passages, abandoned stations. The infamous Freedom Tunnel was named that after a graffiti artist housed an underground homeless community for years before it cleared out in the 1990s. The tunnel, running beneath Riverside Park on Manhattan's Upper West Side, became a legendary example of how underground spaces can be reclaimed by those seeking to live off the grid. Even more fascinating is the network of tunnels beneath New York City's Grand Central Terminal. These include the secretive Track 61, which connected directly to the Waldorf Astoria Hotel and was reportedly used by Franklin Delano Roosevelt to hide his polio from the public when traveling to the city. This private railway track included an elevator large enough for Roosevelt's presidential car, allowing him to be transported directly from the train to the hotel without being seen publicly. Incredible. Similar underground networks exist in Chicago, where freight tunnels, constructed in the early 20th century, created a 60-mile underground transportation system. Though officially abandoned, urban explorers report that sections remain accessible and have been repurposed for various unofficial uses.
So they've been building even prior to that. All right, these underground train stations. All right. Okay, but the point is, they have them. This is where the money's been going to. But again, the judgment still stands. All right? So that's enough. I just wanted to play a little bit of that. Okay? Just so, hey, because at the end of the day, this is prophecy. They digged into hell. They were digging in these underground and building these facilities, all right, to attempt to escape the judgment. But the judgment, all right, sits. The judgment is a. What does it say in Daniel? All right. What does it say in Daniel? I think it's in Daniel 7. Daniel 7. Hold on. There's a word I'm looking for. Yeah, here it is. Daniel chapter 7, verse 10. I'll start at 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the ancient days did sit. Right, the ancient days, this is talking about the Most High, who the world inly calls God. His name is Yahweh, whose garment was white as snow, and his hair of his head like the pure wool. Right, it goes to show you our power. The creator of heaven and earth, who the world inly calls God. All right, Yahweh. All right, the Father. All right, he's a so-called black man. This is what he's described. He has woolly hair. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheel as a burning fire. Right, it's talking about a chariot. 10. A fury stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands and thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. Right, it's talking about the angels. The judgment was set, and the books were opened. There you go. The judgment was set, and the books were opened. So there's no escaping. The judgment was set and the books were open. So you clowns, you American elite clowns, you CIA clowns, you military intelligence agency clowns, thinking that you can just dig it your way out of the judgment, you are sadly mistaken. All right. 11. I beheld then because the voice of the great words which the horn spake. Right, it's talking about America. I beheld even till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed and given to the burning flame. Right. Okay, this is talking about America. Babylon the Great is going to be burnt with fire. Okay, that's that little horn. That horn, all right, that spoke. All right. Okay. Also, his stout was more than his fellow. Right. Let's see. Does just a Yep. Daniel chapter 7, verse 20. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, right? That's talking about Spain, England, France. All right. They fell under the power of America. Okay. America took them out of power. Okay. Even of that horn, there it goes, that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, right? That's America. Okay, and you look at what Donald Trump saying. He's saying all types of wild shit. All right, half the stuff you look at it like, man, this he's just talking out of his ass. Real talk. All right, you can't take it seriously. Whose look was more stout than his fellows. There you go. All right, it's talking about America. All right, so when you go back to the horn that spake those great things, it's talking about America. I beheld even until the beast was slain, and his body destroyed and given to the burning flame. Right, the nuclear destruction. Okay, because the Lord is setting this place up to be destroyed by fire, nuclear fire. Okay, let's bring out Isaiah. I'll close off with this one. Isaiah chapter 34, verse 8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. Right, that's the reason why the Lord's going to judge America. All right, because of the controversy of Zion. All right, you got a lot of lies being spewed out here in Babylon the Great America. All right, and you Edomites perpetuate those lies. Okay, you don't even acknowledge that we're the Israelites. Okay, we're the Jews. Okay, you still thinking those JJs, those 1948ers, okay, are ish. So it goes to show you still holding on to those lies, and that's the controversy. That's why the Lord's going to destroy America. Because even you Edomite supremacists, all right, I'm bringing this to attention because I saw a recent podcast video of General Yahana and Jake Shield, all right, and then some schmuck goes by the name of a Gypsy Crusader, aka Paul Miller, all right, was trying to downplay or that we're the chosen people, okay. All right, they can't see that we are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Even though he can't stand them JJs, them 1948ers, and he gets at them all the time, he still can't see us as the chosen people. Okay, yeah, I was watching that. I was like, yeah, he's a proud Edomite. He looks like a Northern Kingdom because his mother, I believe, is an Issacharite, but his father's Romanian, all right? And he's big into, Nazi symbolism and all that stuff, all right? And he's got himself a name because he's always dropping the hard R, okay, when he talks to Jake. He's got himself a name. But he's another clown, all right? And that's why he dresses up like a Joker, because it fits him. He's a clown. 9, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. All right, it's talking about the destruction. All right, so this is all in vain. That's the point. It's all in vain. Though they dig into hell, all right, the Lord's going to get them. 10, and it shall not be quenched day nor night. Quenched night or day, right? Night or day, right? This is pursuant to Revelation, the 14th chapter. All right, that torment, okay, day and night. That's talking about America. All right. The people are going to be tormented, especially you Jakes that took the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. The smoke thereof shall go up forever, from generation to generation it shall lie waste, none shall pass through it forever and ever. Right, so again, this whole notion of building an underground bunker is in vain. These deep underground military bases, these underground cities, and underground network systems is all in vain. 11, but the quarterman and the bittern shall possess it. The owl also and raven shall dwell in it. He shall stretch out upon the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. Right, the line of confusion. All right, you're not going to know where New York is at, where Florida's at, where Texas is at, where Illinois is at, where Colorado is at, right? Because you gotta. That's another thing. Colorado, in the city of Colorado Springs, you have what's known as Cheyenne Mountain, or that's where NORAD is at. I've been there. I've been in that area personally because I was stationed in Fort Carson, Colorado. Okay, and so I've seen NORAD, and I've seen how heavily fortified it is. They don't even want soldiers up there. Little quick story. After I came back from messing around with some chick, it was I had to get to PT, which was and of course it's a roll call. You had to be there at 6 in the morning. So I'm freaking half drunk, and coming from this chick's crib, and I got lost, and I ended up going the wrong way. I made a right on I believe it's what is it, Academy? No, it's not Academy. Academy is the main road. But there's another road. There's like two ways to get to Fort Carson. There's another way to get onto the base. Point is that I got lost, and I didn't even make it up like a quarter of a mile. There was not only what's it called? 2 military police that came out of the woodwork. All right. There was also even the regular Colorado Springs police, and they were like, "Where are you going?" And luckily I was in my military gear, all right, because I knew I was going to be at this chick's house all night. And they were like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "I'm trying to get onto base, but I think I'm lost." And they're like, "Yeah, you made the wrong turn. Follow us." And that was it. The Wadi Yabashim Al-Shai, because I could have been caught for driving under the influence because I was intoxicated, but they didn't even care. They wanted me off that road. But the point is, that's where a big portion of the military personnel are in. It's in Cheyenne Mountain, NORAD. There's a lot in there. It's a mountain. It's heavily fortified. All right, but that's going to be destroyed. Okay, because the Lord said, all right, shall not be inhabited. All right. Well, yeah, that's in Jeremiah 51 and 37. And Babylon should become heaps and dwelling places for dragons and astonishment and a hissing without an inhabitant. You see that? And that's also pursuant to Isaiah chapter 13. So yeah. So there's no escaping, There's no escaping. So with that, I just wanted to go into this deep underground military bases, as well as these these other underground cities. But yeah, it's gone mainstream. All right, this has gone mainstream, and it goes to show you we're close to the end. All right, so yeah, just hold on, brothers and sisters. We're almost out of here. So with that, I want to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai B'Shem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the 4 corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai's sake. Love, brothers, keep it door, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying, pray without ceasing, pray for each other, pray for the apostles, elders. We're almost out of here. To the few sisters that are watching, keep studying. When you pray, check, cover, shalom.